Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria, and this is Talk and Crime. If you are new here, please join the family over here. And if you are returning, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. You guys, let's get started with this actual story time for today.
Episode 1 of Nightmare Tenants featuring Caitlin Poor of Atrium Health and her partner Kathleen Kennedy of DHL Logistics. So my husband and I, we have a rental property, and it's the home that we brought our kids home in from the hospital, and it's the house that we had planned to actually give to one of our children in the future. Our old tenant of 2 years was moving out, and we actually had a great experience with him. Anytime he had a concern, it was always handled and addressed promptly and professionally by my husband. And ultimately we still have a good relationship now. So this is where we enter Miss Caitlin and Kathleen. They moved in on Super Bowl Sunday and were only in the property for a week's time. When they moved in, they were informed that there was some paint touch-ups that needed to be completed in the kitchen just due to the removal of the popcorn ceiling. Ultimately, they were unhappy that this didn't happen in the expected timeline, but did express just how grateful they were for my husband's overall communication, especially because they had apparently had a bad experience with a landlord in the past, which should have been foreshadowing maybe. But once they moved in, they had an extremely nitpicky list of demands in their words. They stated that if we did not meet their demands, that they would be moving out. Some of them were a little bit odd. They sent a message stating that they had clogged the toilet with their own human feces and that we would need to take care of it. And that is their wording. And the wording itself kind of just gave me weird vibes. But regardless, their concerns were addressed. They were told that if they wanted to move out, that we would break their lease. But ultimately, they were upset that they weren't going to get their February rent back in spite of the fact that they were living there in part of February.
First of all, if you took a huge ass dump in a toilet, but now you are a tenant and you're living it, plunge out your own mess. Who you think I am? This is not a maid job. You're renting from us. You took the big ass turd in the toilet. You took the big ass dump. Point blank period. You plunge it out. Don't call me to plunge out your mess.
And they said that they would consult with legal counsel and get back to us as to whether or not they were going to remain in the property. They proceeded to use racial slurs, including the N-word, at my husband. So ultimately, he had a bad feeling about the tenants, and he stated that he was going to go out there and just do an inspection on Friday to make sure that everything was the way that it was supposed to be. So he went out on Friday, everything was in place, and fast forward to Monday, we get a call from the neighboring unit. We have a great relationship with all of our former neighbors. So they gave us a call and they informed us that there was water damage in their home that was apparently coming from our unit. So then 2 minutes later, I get a call from my other neighbor. She's not in the neighboring unit, but she gave me a call and she said that there's something going on at our house. There's water all in the street. She said she thought it was because it was raining, but she noticed that it was coming from all around our property. And so I asked her if our tenants were still there. She said that they left on Saturday morning. She said that a moving truck woke her up, and she said that they had a crew of 20 people, and they were basically hustling to get out of there quick, and so she knew something was going on. So we get in the car and we head to our old rental property, which is about an hour and a half away from where we live, and we get a call from the HOA. And they told us that they suspected that there was foul play. So as we're pulling up to the property, we see water just covering the parking lot. There's water.
Do y'all see this bull crap? What? God don't like ugly. God do not like ugly. Lord.
There's water on the outside of our house, water surrounding the property, coming out of the side paneling. The fire alarm is going off. We open the door and there is water everywhere. The entire first and second level is completely covered with water. It's seeping through everything, and basically the ceiling is caving in. So the fire department had to come to shut the alarm off, and they pointed out where Caitlin and Kathleen had actually unscrewed the toilet and damaged the pipe to where they could tell that it was intentionally done. We saw where both of the pipes on both toilets were destroyed, and the water was turned on so basically it would run and flood the place. So they completely destroyed our home to the point where it is uninhabitable. And not only that, but the neighbor's home is now destroyed. And, you know, me personally, I'm not understanding how anyone could do this to someone's home, especially when my husband was nothing but accommodating and professional with them. And it really honestly just takes it a step further when Caitlin, who works for Atrium as a PA on emergency, would think it was a good idea to create a safety hazard and a fire hazard in a unit attached to other homes where there are children and elderly people living literally next door. And then following the incident, when we called them regarding the flood, they stated that they were not going to talk about it and that they just wanted to return their keys back. So obviously, Audacity is running at an all-time high on.
That's what the hell y'all should have did in the first place. If y'all wasn't happy with it, return the key, move out like y'all had planned to do. Like, you should have done it in the first place. That is ignorant, rude, disrespectful. God don't like ugly. I don't get it. Like, it's not your place. You don't own it. You said you was going to move out. We had a discussion. Just move out. Give us our keys. Now you caused a problem with the next door neighbors that had nothing to do with it, and a place that was willing to give y'all a chance. That is why it's so hard for people to rent now, because mess like this.
This Tuesday, and it's in moments like these when I'm reminded that while God is real, demons are too, because this is nothing but demonic behavior to intentionally vandalize someone's home to the point where we can no longer enter the property, let alone have somebody live there. All of the time and the money and the investment is, gone and wasted. This was truly an act of pure evil, and these two people really need to be held accountable for their actions. And it's truly a shame that anyone could really do something like this. On our end, we have filed a police report. We have contacted their employers.
This is so sad. Like, I feel so sorry for her and her husband. This is one of the ways that they make money. And for somebody to come in and destroy their property, their hard work, their dreams, their goals, like it was going to be one of their children's one day. This is ridiculous and sad. And I feel for those two women. I feel for them because, baby, they're going to be on your butt. You're going to have a huge lawsuit. And unfortunately, this could have went the correct way, the proper way with y'all moving out if y'all was unhappy. The racial slurs and everything is going to catch up with y'all. Like, I'm starting to feel like they intentionally did it based on they realized that they were running from black people. Like, there's no way. Like, this was ignorant at its best. And y'all have the nerve, especially the one lady that worked for the medical field. You have the audacity or nerve to take care of people. Just crazy.
Continue to keep you updated as we document the progression of all of this. We've, of course, contacted our lawyers. It's an unfortunate and an unnecessary situation. And while it's a huge hit, we're just trusting in God and remaining positive. And we just ask for your continued prayers during this time. But ultimately, we know that everything will work out for the better. So I hope that your Tuesday is happier than ours is. But that's it for season 1, episode 1. Catch y'all on episode 2.
This is sad. This is really unfortunate and sad. These people purchased a home in hopes that one day they will be able to pass it along to one of their children. And these two women came in and destroyed a dream, something that this couple have worked so hard for. It's not only disrespectful, it's disappointing that we have these type of evil people that's out here on demon time taking care of people and also helping give people employment at facilities. What was y'all thinking? Like, imagine the type of people that we walk around or we are next to or we work with on a day-to-day basis that have this type of energy, this type of demon time, this type of hatred in their heart. Imagine how many people are like this. This is sad. You guys, I hope you keep all of this proof, all of these evidence, police reports, and I hope you sue them for every penny that they got. Sue them. Y'all, like, I'm barely a loss for words. But today, this story, I just can't think of the proper words. Like, just know that karma plays a huge role in a lot of people's lives. So if things don't go your way, remember what you done to this family. They did not have to rent to you at all. And if it was because of their skin color, you could have easily just moved. Or how about not even moved in the first place? I don't know what brought y'all to do this, but there was other ways to solve this issue. And technically, from what I hear, they went above and beyond. Y'all called them to plunge y'all turd out the toilet that was stopping up the toilet. Y'all deserve whatever comes to y'all. Y'all do. This is crazy. You guys, comment down below what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, join the family by subscribing. And also, you guys, I hope you have a blessed day. Peace.